I won't keep you if you wish to leave.
But I want you to choose which door to go through based on your faith.
What does this have to do with us leaving?
Everything.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good.
Hi. I loved Heretic, and this is going to run after the movie airs or premieres.
Okay,
so I'm going to ask you guys all about the ending.
Oh, cool.
But first, Hugh Grant. Mr. Reed is quite the mystery. We know nothing about him except that he is bad news. Do you have a backstory for him, or did you talk about his origin with the directors?
Oh yeah, I have a massive backstory for him, and I tormented the directors in the months leading up to shooting. I don't know, the older I've got, the more obsessive I've got about this preparation. I think it helps, but it in terms of the performance, but it definitely helps in terms of my nerves. Because I wake up in a panic thinking, oh God, it's 6 weeks away. And if I then do 4 or 5 hours of intense analysis, I feel calmer.
I love that. I already do that, so I guess we're the same. I love that for us. Speaking of nerves, Chloe, Sister Paxton kind of relies on Sister Barnes throughout when it comes to interactions with Mr. Reed, but then she has to take up the mantle herself when Barnes is incapacitated. Can you talk about what she's going through in that moment and how that affects her journey for the rest of the movie?
In the moment when she's on her own. And
Yeah, when you know.
Yeah, that. That was probably one of the hardest changes I've had, because I feel like I mapped most of Paxton out and kind of the emotions she would go through, but it was kind of like a new phase of the movie where I'm like, I have to be different. It has to be different than the rest of the movie that we've already shot. So that was definitely a struggle, but I think I just internalized the actual exhaustion and mental state I was in at that time, because I had nothing to really pull from, and then I just started pulling from, last week's work and just how I felt currently, and it really did add a different layer to it.
And Sophie, I was screaming, crying, throwing up when Sister Barnes did not make it. How did you react to that twist, and what do you think propels that last final blow she gives?
I mean, it's horrible because you think she really is going to make it, because she is kind of like the driving force between the, like, she is the one leading the, like, defiance. But I was with my mom and my sister at the premiere a couple days ago, and they couldn't look. When in the screening, the first time we saw it, my boyfriend had a panic attack and had to go to the bathroom. Which is like, I'm calling him out on that, but it means he loves me.
Yeah.
And I just felt, it's funny watching it, even at the end of the movie, you said I can spoil, the very end of the movie, when you're like on top of Chloe and we don't know what's gonna happen, I'm like, oh my God, like Sister Paxton, what's gonna happen? And I'm like, oh, I come in.
Yeah.
But that shows how engrossed I was. I was like, something's gonna happen, like what's gonna happen? And I was like, oh wait.
I know what happened. I filmed it.
But that kind of happens with my death too, and I think that it's good filmmaking.
It is good filmmaking. Another thing that's really good filmmaking is that, like, a tension that grows as you two are interacting with Mr. Reed. And I wonder, for each of you, how far down the politeness road do you think you would get if you were interacting with Mr. Reed? How far before you try to run away?
I don't know. I mean,
Would you have even gone into the house?
I don't even know if I
wouldn't have gone into that situation.
I don't even growing up, I didn't even knock on my friend's door to have a play date. I didn't
I'm
even.
a little
it was
shy.
That was too. Yeah, I didn't like that.
I feel like, to me,
Like-
I have an inherent, well, I grew up Mormon, and I'm also from the Midwest, so I feel like there's that people pleaser part of me, so that was pretty
too.
easy to
I'm not Midwest, but
go into.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't be in this situation in the first place. It's pretty,
Yeah, I don't know.
it's like, it's bold.
And how about you, Hugh? Would you be people-pleasing or punching Mr. Reed in the face?
I think I would have run. I used to sell fire extinguishers door to door in London. And I think if a man like that had come and opened the door, I would have invited me in. I think I would have politely declined.
You just wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
I love that. All of you are very wise. Thank you so much. The movie was so much fun. Can't wait for everyone to watch it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Have you figured it out yet?